who's now a partner in that district with our First Hispanic Alder. And we were in one of these rural subdivisions going door to door in Fitchburg. You know, he was a good guy, known this person quite some time. Old timer, been out there probably since the late 60s. Sean, you know, I support you, but what the heck did you do changing where people vote? For years he voted at City Hall. Well, we changed his districts because we wanted to create the new modern Fitchburg community. So he had to vote on North Fishhatchery Road. You know, my wife and I haven't been in that neighborhood 15 years. What the hell are you making us go up there for? And he left it at the end. He said, no, but you need to start to turn around up there. I walked to my buddy who was freezing because it was cold, and I said, we made him change a little bit. He went to a part of the city that he hadn't been to in 15 years. Now he cares about it. And when somebody says, this has happened, unfortunately it happened more last year than this year, 2 shot in North Fishhatchery Road, that hurts the economic development. But also now that he votes up there, he's invested in the time when I can say, you know what, Steve, we got to bump you a little bit on taxes because we're hiring 2 new sergeants in the police department. Good, clean that area up. And so the point is to what these guys are saying, and Paul's been in many of these meetings and the humanity side of it as well, you guys are in a position of authority in your workplace. Change the argument, force it a little bit, do it, because it's going to happen. Your kids are, or soon-to-be kids, are going to be in a much different place than we are, and certainly where our parents are on this issue. And that little story I told you about my buddy who didn't want to vote in North Fishhatchery Road, he now keeps sending me emails. What are you doing up there? Looking good. Glad to see the reinvestment going on. And I just was pleased that we were able to screw his life up just a little bit. I took some, don't get me wrong, I took some heat because the city clerks were saying we're getting pounded, people don't want to vote there, this and that. And it was changed, like you said, it was changed. And now people can vote early and they can vote at City Hall too, so probably a lot of people choose to do that. We got a new set of players, old timers in the community, in the area where we're going to redevelop.
Let's keep in mind the purpose of the nonprofit organizations that have boards of directors. If I'm the CEO of the, I won't use the children's museum, but if I'm the CEO of the Special Olympics, let's say, the Boys and Girls Club, do I not want to go out and find a board that has the biggest Rolodexes in town?
That's the standard playbook.
I have an obligation to be as successful as possible as the head of that agency. And therefore, I don't care, this isn't about race for that CEO. It's about, I want to bring in as many people as I can with extraordinary networks, primarily networks of wealth. And so, I raise that because we've got to keep looking back at why this is a daunting task in front of all of us. You know, in Green Bay there were four commissions or boards that everybody wanted to be on. Can anyone guess the number 1? Green Bay Packers. They had the luxury of being able to select from around the country, but other than that, it was the Chamber of Commerce, the United Way, and the Boys and Girls Club. That was where you saw all the big players, and it's no different than here. Get people who know people with wealth, but bring in people who are going to bring something other than access to wealth to the table. And for instance, again, you know, the relationship I had with our people of color was different than most people had in the community. But in a United Way setting, for instance, the fact that I learned from our Hmong community, one instance in particular where a police officer went over to interview a 16-year-old male who witnessed something. He wasn't a suspect, he just witnessed something. So they wanted to interview him, and as they were in his home, the mother just kept crying and screaming in Hmong. And gradually the officer said, well, it'd be better if I take you down to the police department. It'll be easier for me to interview you. He took the young man to the police department, and the woman held his legs all the way to the squad car, because the last time she saw a police officer take a child away, they never saw that child again. And you know, this was early 90s. obviously, police department's been educated a little more. But those are the things that, about culture that you have to better respect and understand. And I remember another one where I had an argument with two Hmong elders who I got to know very well over under what circumstances is it appropriate to hit your wife. That was a culture that said, they commit adultery, I'm going to beat them up. Or things as basic as they didn't put food on the table. And so we had to train them that, yes, we're going to be arrested, and I'm not going to go to bat for you in situations like that. So bringing that cultural awareness to all of these boards is absolutely critical, even if you don't bring the Rolodex.
Amen.